Welcome back to the show, folks. That's right. Why can't this be good talk radio? That's why we try to bring to you every night. All right, we are the American Adversaries. It is drive time, prime time on AM 660. The answer, 407-774-8255 is the number. And I just want to remind you, coming up 3 weeks from Monday, on June the 22nd, we're going to be doing another, live remote broadcast at Cafe Positano. Love to have you come over there. It's going to be a lot of fun. David, you think you can be there?
Oh, man, great restaurant. Yeah, I think I'm going to put it
Love that food, don't you?
Yeah. All right, you can do a little campaigning while you're there. We'll put up a soapbox somewhere you can get up on that thing and tell them a thing or two. Anyway, if you'd like to make reservations at Cafe Positano for that or any other event, it's graduation season. Great time to take the family out to a great restaurant. The number at Cafe Positano is 407-774-8080, 774-8080. And, of course, the number here is 407-774-8255. All right, before we get back to David, and I want to talk to him a little bit about his platform, but let's go to Ed from Adversaries. Ed, thank you for calling.
Hi, Chris. Hi, Dave. Hey,
Ed.
Classical liberalism is basically a good thing, and that's when the classical liberals were from the earlier periods, the Founding Fathers era.
Right.
They were basically the original economists.
Right.
And it's a good thing. And that's what the libertarians really believe in. We believe in classical liberalism. But when you tie liberalism in with the state, now you don't have liberalism. You have, like what she was saying, illiberalism.
Right.
Or we like to call it just straight statism. And statism is the IRS and the Department of Education and everything else. And statism is what the Democrats and the Republicans are serving up. The Republicans just serve up the Democratic Kool-Aid. And we got to quit drinking that Kool-Aid and realize that the Republicans are just as bad as the Democrats. Boehner Jr. is not much different than Obama. So, you need to start slapping them guys around a little because the Republicans have not got rid of Obamacare. They're right on line with the IRS.
Yeah.
They're putting out the trade agendas that Obama wants, and they're walking lockstep in with them.
Hey.
So basically what we want to do is return to classical liberalism and get the status out of our lives.
Well, yeah, thanks, Ed. We do try to slap them around a little bit. Don't go away.
Yeah,
but
keep
yeah,
doing it.
Yeah, you're right. Kirsten Powers basically does define liberalism in the classical sense, which is more libertarianism than anything else. It allows for free speech. It allows for debate. It allows for true diversity. And certainly that's not what we have now. And the authoritarianism that runs through what she calls the illiberalism. If you could turn your radio down there, Ed, that the illiberalism is thanks. Yeah, thanks for the call, Ed. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're getting some feedback there. That the illiberalism, which is, has authoritarianism running through it, they're not the only ones. That there is a pretty strong streak of that in the Republican establishment. David?
Well, yeah, I would agree with that, and I agree with a lot of what Ed said. There's don't get me wrong. There's a lot of Republicans that are very libertarian leaning that I happen to like a lot.
Sure.
And one of them being Rand Paul. I'll say that. I like a lot of what he's about. I love what he's doing right now with the NSA, for example.
Yeah.
Standing against that with Justin Amash, helping them out right there. But yeah, there's a lot of similarities, these days, and probably one of the reasons why I switched, my party.
Well, all you have to do is look at the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. Right there, it tells you who they were. They were libertarians.
They were
libertarians through and through, baby.
They were classic libertarians.
You better believe they were. And that's why I think that the party, that ideology still has a strong appeal. And of course, which is why the other parties don't want it around at all.
Yeah,
because it does have a strong appeal to it. Real quick, we don't have a lot of time left in this segment, but what's going to be your main theme that you're going to run on here?
Well, like I said earlier, I built my business, in a honest fashion. I take care of my customers the way that they expect to be taken care of.
Good customer services. That I hear that all the time about Refresh. Yeah.
And I believe the citizens of Florida are looking for leadership that handles situations in the same manner as far as legislation is concerned. For example, especially in business, we have issues that you hardly hear about the workman's comp insurance. This is one of my pet peeves, for example, in the state of Florida.
It can be very expensive.
It's very expensive because it's fixed. There's no competition. So if you own a business, you know what I'm talking about. If you have workman's comp insurance, you have to just pay the rate, period, because every insurance company is mandated to charge the same thing. Now, what's wrong with that picture? One is there's no competition amongst insurance companies. And they allow these, there's several insurance companies that write policies that's because they're all guaranteed their profit margin. But if you can do away with some of the regulations that like handle the workman's comp insurance thing, where you're not promoting competition anymore. I mean, you need to promote the competition because that's what's going to help drive down rates. But there's all kinds of things like that. If you go out to my website, dave4house.com, you'll see a lot of my different platforms. And again, my hotline's right there. You can give me a call on that as well.
And that's dave4house.com. Mm-hmm. Let's go to Eva. Eva, thank you for calling. Just have a couple of minutes, so get right to it, please. Thanks.
Yes. I want to know your stand on Obamacare for the state of Florida since you're running for the state house.
Yeah. I like the idea of keeping Obamacare out as long as we possibly can. So I stand with those that now.
Which is the house? You should be up on it if you're running for office.
Mm-hmm. No, that's what he said. He said he would be against bringing Obamacare to the state of Florida.
Okay.
So he would stand with the Republicans in the House, if you will,
Absolutely.
right now.
So you would get rid of what we already have, or are you talking about the...
I think your underlying theme is bring in competition. The free market is going to be the answer.
Always the free market is a better alternative. I'll give you an example.
Thank you, Eva.
I got an email today from my business, from an insurance agent that allows coverage for your employees. It's $9 a month, and let me tell you what they get. They get a doctor over the phone. They'll do video conferencing. If you have kids, it's great. If you're not sure that you need to take your kids to the hospital or that they have a fever, mm-hmm. things like that, you can call a doctor and actually speak with a board certified physician, and they can guide you, and then they can let you know whether or not that you need to go ahead and go to urgent care, go to the emergency room, or make an appointment with your regular physician. And these kinds of things that you can do in a free market society. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't cover, it doesn't give you the things that you need under Obamacare, but we would want to get rid of that anyway.
All right. Okay. Well, David, I want to wish you luck. I guess you have to head on out of here.
I do. I have to do some walking.
You got to do some walking, some campaigning.
Busy candidate, you?
Yes, I am.
But dave4house.com, Dave, the number 4, house.com. And once again, if you want to meet David and go to the Libertarian Party meeting, it'll be June 10th, a week from this coming Wednesday, 2 weeks from yesterday, at the Patio Grill in Sanford, which is located right there at the intersection of 1792 and 417. And so certainly want to wish you luck. I understand the Libertarian Party convention is coming up.
It's June 5th, 6th, and 7th. We're going to have Gary Johnson there.
Where's that?
It's going to be in Newport Richie.
How do people find out about that at your website?
You can go to lpf.org and find out about that. We'll have Ben Swan, Tony Stiles.
The answer.